So today, this is kind of a weird day. Yesterday I bought a camera and well, I didn't start today out intending to buy a new camera. So I've had a 35mm Zeiss lens for about 3 years now. And well, I haven't used it in about 3 years. See, I have a G Master 24-70 lens that I've been using for several years. So that typically means that one lens is not going to be used if I'm using one all the time. So the 35mm lens basically sat in my camera bag for about 2-3 years without being used whatsoever, just collecting dust. So yesterday my intentions were simply just to go to a local camera store, try to sell it, either get store credit or get money, cash back. But you know, I typically knew that going in, the store credit would be more money. And yes, I do know that if I would have sold it myself, I would have gotten a lot more money. So I go in, do the paperwork, I get my store credit, and right before I work out, I just kind of mentioned, hey, do you guys have any RX 100s? Small compact cameras. Unfortunately, after 15 minutes, the guy said, no, we don't have any in stock, but I can order you one. But me being the typical guy that needs something now, even though I didn't really need it, I see the G7X Mark II sitting there. And, well, I ended up buying it yesterday. But, you know, I don't regret it. And it really fills a gap that I've had for a while since I've been doing these little videos. I needed something a little bit more compact. I needed something with a flip up screen. Now, a lot of you guys know that the A7R2 does not have a flip out or flip up screen. So you're basically flying blind when it comes to autofocus. But luckily, you know, Sony has a really great autofocus system. So I wanted something a little smaller. You know, as you may or may not know, I am a guy that bikes quite a lot now, 16 miles a day, if possible when it's not freaking raining like today. But every single time that I go out, I'm carrying this large bag right here. And with all my equipment, all my camera gear, and just to say the least, it takes a while to do things, especially when you're trying to pull out the camera, you're trying to attach your Gorilla Pod to the camera, you're trying to set up your microphone, you have to make sure your microphone's working. Well, that's why I bought this little thing here. I want to start taking this on my bike rides to be more minimalistic, not have to carry that big large camera bag, but still be able to capture footage for videos, being that I don't have the time to separate exercising from trying to create YouTube videos at the moment. So I felt that this would bridge the gap for me. And well, the reason I kind of didn't wait for the RX 100 or go to a different store was because I really sat down and started to think, do I really need 4K? And that's really the main difference between the G7X Mark II and the Sony RX 100. It shoots 4K. Well, that's not the only difference, but you know, it shoots 4K. Sony shoots 4K. It has 120 frames per second in 1080p. I mean, it has quite a lot of features, but features that I found myself not really using. So, and this is at a really great price point at $650 versus $1,000. So I ended up pulling the trigger and buying the G7X Mark II. So this would be more like a secondary camera. My A7R2 is still my primary camera, but when I'm not in the house and I'm out and about, I feel like the small, compact, and discreet little form of this G7X Mark II will make me feel a little bit more comfortable, and other people around me feel more comfortable with this smaller form factor. So that was really the mindset behind actually pulling the trigger on this thing. Smaller form factor. I'll feel more comfortable talking to myself with this camera instead of this big, giant, large camera. And I'll probably feel more comfortable pulling it out and recording myself doing other things around the city and in other areas like coffee shops and grocery stores. This just looks a little better as far as, you know, how small it is, not image quality. We all know the A7R2 will have 100 times better image quality. I mean, I have a $2,000 camera lens on this thing. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll probably use this a lot more. You'll probably see this in a lot of videos. And anyone that is familiar with Canons, they know the different colors that Canon have. I'm kind of excited to see that too. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll probably be using this thing next time.